would think Zohran Mamdani changed his name to Bubba with how Donald Trump was blowing him in the White House.
Trump and Zohran Mamdani just finished their meeting in the Oval Office, and I'm not kidding. Donald Trump spent the entire time blowing smoke up Zohran's ass, complimenting Zohran, telling him how smart he is, telling the reporters, like, you guys are crazy. You're asking him crazy questions. No, he's not a jihadist. So, again, to every MAGA voter, get on your hands and knees and eat my shitty ass.
Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay, you can just say yes.
Okay,
So,
all right.
okay?
Yeah.
It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
Republicans are furious with Donald Trump, and the way he conducted his meeting with Zohran Mamdani, pretty much insinuating that he kissed his ass. And if they're mad about that, just wait until they find out what body part Donald Trump kissed on Bill Clinton.
Look out, J.D. Vance. There's a new man in town. Zohran Mamdani has won Trump's heart. I think Donald Trump has a crush on him.
Trump liking Mamdani is so offensive, because what do you mean Democrats could have just baby girled Trump into being progressive? Trump is like flirting with Mamdani, and all Mamdani did was be nice to him. Trump's like, this is the new mayor in New York, he my best friend. At what point Trump's like, you could call me a fascist, it's okay. I guess I won't send the National Guard to New York because he's my best friend. That's all it took. I want to live in New York so I can hang out with this guy Mamdani. It turns out the racist rich kid who pays people to be nice to him just wanted someone to be nice to him, and that's literally all it took.
Did you guys see the video of Trump and Zohran Mamdani? Trump was kissing his ass so much, and Zohran Mamdani was sitting there going, yep.
Y'all, Zohran's skills in the Oval Office today, standing next to President Trump, he got Trump to give him a thumbs up for Zohran to call Trump a fascist while he's sitting directly next to him. Zohran Mamdani went to the Oval Office, had a productive conversation with Donald Trump, and called him a fascist standing next to him in the Oval Office. This king, whoo, watch this shit. Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay, you can just say yes.
Okay,
So,
all right.
okay? It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
We have always said Trump cares about his ego and his popularity and literally nothing and nobody else. He read the tea leaves. He sees that Zohran is popular. Zohran is going to be able to get Trump to support socialist policies in New York City because Trump wants to be as popular as Zohran. I just... Happy fucking Friday.
Trump is a performance artist, and Mamdani has studied him. That is what is happening.
You would think Zohran Mamdani changed his name to Bubba with how Donald Trump was blowing him in the White House. Just a reminder how Trump talked about Mamdani a couple months ago, calling him a communist lunatic and saying he's radical left and he looks terrible, his voice is grating, he's not smart, all of this shit. So let's fast forward to today in the Oval Office.
I feel very confident that he can do a very good job. I think he is going to surprise some conservative people, actually. And some very liberal people he won't surprise them because they already like him.
Not expecting that, but let's go to the next one.
And a lot of my voters actually voted for him, and I'm okay with that.
I guess now Trump's okay that his voters voted for a communist lunatic. Go to the next one.
Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay, you can just say yes.
Okay,
So,
all right.
okay? It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
Yeah, very odd. Trump was all about him.
Yo, we gotta talk about this because the internet is blowing up. MAGA is furious. Republicans are mad pissed because, you know, the Orange Man and Zohran Mamdani are now surprisingly besties. Can you believe that? The Orange Man once called Mamdani a communist, you know, Luna. Yeah, I don't want to say the whole word. And he actually threatened to withhold, you know, federal funds from New York. And suddenly out of the blue, he's grinding beside him in the Oval Office. You know, people are surprised. He's saying that we're gonna help him, you know, praising his ideas, talking about affordability, crime. and acting like they're political soulmates all of a sudden. Meanwhile, MAGA corners of the internet are utterly furious, confused, and some people actually whispering, does the orange man have a crush on Zohran? Well, let's take a look because the internet is on fire, guys. I'm telling you, it's gonna crack your ribs. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit a like button, don't forget to leave me your opinions down below in the comment section. Let's take a look.
So a reporter asked Zohran Mamdani if he thinks Donald Trump is a fascist. And Donald Trump says, go ahead and say yes. This is wild.
Clarify your answer to Stephen Nelson. He asked about your comment calling the president a fascist. And your answer was, both President Trump and I have been clear about our positions and our views. Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay. You can just say yes. Okay. It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
And Mr. President, I wanted to ask you also about this Ukraine plan.
Yeah.
Wow, oh wow, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I've never seen Donald Trump so open and honest with the American people. It's like Zohran got some sort of mind control over him. He looks totally weak because he knows Donald Trump took him to lunch and stole the shine by winning in the state of New York. Oh my gosh. This is really bad for MAGA. This is bad news for the Republicans and a lot of great news for us Democrats. Great job, Zohran. Great job.
Listen, I am well aware that I'm old, but am I like falling for AI videos old? Because what the hell is this?
Affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay. You can just say yes.
Okay.
It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
What? And genuinely, when I first saw this, I was like, oh, thank God. I really almost fell for that AI video. It's not an AI video. He looks like he's having a really good time. And honestly, I've never seen Donald Trump like this before. I've never seen him genuinely smile before. Never mind have I ever seen him be like physically affectionate in this way, not to his children, not to his sons, not to his wife. And the funniest part of this video is Zohran. Because when Donald Trump says, it's okay, say yes, Zohran's kind of like, what the fuck? And he goes, okay, yes. Like, yes, I still think you're a fucking fascist. Do you think Don Jr. and Eric are like, Dad's never given me a pat on the arm like that before. He's never actually smiled at me before. This whole thing makes me feel like I either am on drugs or need to be on drugs because I genuinely have no idea what the fuck is going on anymore. Ha ha ha, calling me a fascist. Oh, Zohran, you're so silly. Like, what is happening?
We have some pretty stunning reactions coming from Republicans on the internet following the Trump-Mamdani Oval Office meeting, where Republicans are now saying that this was a disastrous press conference for them. Laura Loomer and others on the internet are bashing the Trump administration for embracing Mamdani the way Donald Trump did in the Oval Office. And others on Capitol Hill are essentially texting one another saying that Donald Trump seemingly undermined the Republican Party's strategy to go after Mamdani or tie Mamdani to the rest of the Democratic Party heading into 2026. It really does appear to be a major meltdown for online Republicans and soon to be Republican consultants over what to do next. Because in the Oval Office, Donald Trump embraced Mamdani, said that he would be comfortable living in New York City, and even undermined one of his own, Elise Stefanik, who's running for governor, who claimed in an Islamophobic trope that Mamdani was a jihadist. Trump said, no, he's not. He's a pretty rational person. A stunning development, a stunning scene happening right now in Washington. Spread the word, follow for more.
Yo, the reactions are crazy on the internet. People are calling the orange man out, especially Republicans, MAGA. They're furious for the way the orange man just embraced Zohran Mamdani in the Oval Office. People did not expect this because these guys a while ago were going at each other. Well, for the Democrats, actually they're happy. They're actually asking themselves one question: does Zohran actually have some mind controlling powers or something else? Because nobody has actually ever controlled the orange man like this. The orange man is like trying to be on Zohran's good graces. We don't get it. We don't understand. Meanwhile, them Republicans are pissed because, yeah, the orange man just actually ruined their plan to run and go against Zohran in 2026. But it is what it is. Let's keep watching.
As soon as Trump got a whiff of Mamdani's alpha musk, it was over. Just as I predicted, the man folded like a lawn chair. Many have been openly speculating that the Epstein files reveals Trump as an Omega, even though for most of us, the nest is glass. Even amongst other Omegas, Trump's heat is exceptionally strong, and that's why he can only maintain dominance over other males online, because as soon as he gets in the room with an alpha, he loses all control. And amongst alphas, Mamdani's aura is incredibly strong. That's why we knew he was going to win over Beta Cuomo. Just look at this photo for a second. Look at Trump's face and look at Mamdani's face. Okay? You see wide puppy dog eyes looking up, Mamdani glazing downwards, brows furrowed, alpha dominance being shown, his hand is on top, he is lording over Trump, and Trump is weakly and meekly sitting back in his chair. Look at how weak that arm posture is. He is trembling. That's the face of a man who's about to declare his love for socialism. Okay?
Zohran Mamdani just brought Donald Trump to heel as he put on a masterclass in dealing with him. Now, if you missed it today, Mamdani and Trump met at the White House, and afterwards they held a press conference in the Oval Office, where Donald Trump was extremely complimentary of Mamdani. He was agreeing with several of his ideas. He also was defending Mamdani from the right-wing media and from Republicans, defending Mamdani's ideas, defending him from all the name-calling. This was a beautiful masterclass by Mamdani, and this should be a lesson for all Democrats. He wasn't combative with him. Instead, Mamdani made his ideas Trump's ideas. You could hear during the press conference, anything that Donald Trump talked about, he related back to affordability or something that he wanted to do. Anytime Mamdani's ideas were thrown out by the press, Donald Trump was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. We both want the same thing. He absolutely had Donald Trump eating out of the palm of his hands. And whatever his secret is, he needs to share with other Democrats because it was perfect.
The most anticipated press conference in history. Today, for the first time ever, Donald Trump sat down and met with Zohran Mamdani, which just yesterday, Donald Trump called a communist mayor. Forever, Donald Trump said that his worst enemies have been communists. On the other side, Zohran has called Donald Trump a fascist and also said that he's a traitor to the United States. So how exactly did that meeting go? Well, first, Zohran made sure that he stayed on message and that he laid his shit in the way that he needed to.
In the wealthiest city in the history of the world, and yet 1 in 5 can't even afford $2.90 for a Metro card. The meeting that we had focused not on places of disagreement, which there are many, and also focused on the shared purpose that we have in serving New Yorkers. And frankly, that is something that could transform the lives of 8.5 million people who are currently struggling under a cost of living crisis, with 1 in 4 living in poverty.
Now, that was critically important because Zohran Mamdani staying in message in front of Donald Trump not only shows that what he was saying in the campaign is not something that he's about to revert back, even when in the presence of Donald Trump, but he's also using the platform that is created by this high-profile moment in front of the press, in front of the cameras, in the Oval Office, right in front of Donald Trump to dispel the myth that they have been spreading that cost of living has been going down. In this moment, he's not just acting as New York City's mayor, but he's also standing as a representative for the poor, working, and middle-class people of this country across the country.
So Donald Trump just slobbered all over Zohran Mamdani. I mean, I have never seen Trump praise somebody so much. It was just a total love fest. Of course, Mamdani and Donald Trump met for the first time today in the Oval Office, and Trump was so complimentary of him. Like, after their meeting, he said, I think you're going to have a really great mayor. The better he does, the happier I am, I will say. He also said, I feel very confident that he can do a very good job. I think he's going to surprise some conservative people, actually. A reporter then asked Donald Trump, would you feel comfortable living in New York City under a Mamdani administration because he's a billionaire? And Donald Trump said, yeah, I would. And this is not just me, a liberal, making it up. It was so bad that Fox News even commented on it, saying, that's what we just watched. I think J.D. Vance is jealous. I think the president wants to use Mamdani as a running mate. They got along fantastic. And this is after Donald Trump has called Mamdani a communist, a socialist, all this nonsense. And he came out of that meeting saying, actually, Mamdani's focused on the right things and he likes him. I mean, we know that Donald Trump folds like a lawn chair when confronted in person, but I didn't expect it to be this bad. I mean, that was just stunning to watch.
All right, guys, there you have it. Actually, this is crazy. This is actually beautiful, confusing, and also infuriating, especially to MAGA and Republicans, because they never saw this coming. You know, they were expecting to run against Zohran Mamdani in 2026 because you're calling him a socialist and all that stuff. They never actually expected to watch the Orange Man praising and embracing Mamdani, praising his ideals, praising his way of ruling, and going ahead to say that he would actually live in New York under a Mamdani leadership. This is confusing, man. Even I didn't see this coming. But, you know, Zohran has got to actually teach other Democrats, you know, what his powers are, because I've never seen anybody actually, you know, control the Orange Man like this. Because Zohran, come on, you gotta tell us your secret. You got some mind control or something of the sort, because the way the Orange Man even was happy to be called a you get word. He was happy to be called that in front of reporters, you know, defending Zohran from his own. Oh man, I don't get it. I really don't get it. You tell me in the comment section below, guys. What do you think was Zohran's power? What do you think that he did to the Orange Man, that the Orange Man was actually sobbing and praising him that much and trying to defend him in front of, you know, reporters? It is what it is. You know, as one creator actually stated, you know, this is the Orange Man getting in front of a true alpha male. I don't know what they spoke about or what they talked about, but yeah, this guy has got some mind controlling powers that he needs to share with other Democrats. Let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit a like button. Really helps with the algorithm when you hit the like button and leave a comment. And let's see you on the next episode.